Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 94, Back to Basics. I want to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at kfpodcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, at Ken Frederick Podcast on the Instagrams and the YouTubes.
Yeah.
So I decided to call us Back to Basics because we're going back to us just talking about some small topics and not getting into big, heavy things and not talking about
nothing.
Small
topics.
Heavy. Just some light stuff that we have.
Small things.
Small
Ham,
things.
man.
Yeah.
Everything.
Justin's cheese slice.
Aww.
We have cheese over there. Say hello, cheese.
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
We got Brock.
We have Brock.
What's going
And then
on?
we have me.
Not me.
No, you're not here.
We have Dawn from DB's Comic.
Here we go. We got Brock from
which is what's going to save this group podcast.
With Ken from the Ken Frederick Shit Show.
You might know me from such things as nothing.
That's not giving a shit. From other things, I'm not. Never mind.
You might know me.
Here we go. An hour and a
Already
half.
derailed.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to talk about first?
Well,
Your
let's
mustache?
talk.
Now it's curling up? Or?
Oh, yeah. I had a good curl the other day when we went to work.
I had a good curl. And everybody was hiding their kids because they thought they were still babies and tie all them to train tracks.
It's that time.
Right.
Mindy likes it, so I gotta.
No, we don't want to. Don't go there. We don't want to hear what you and Mindy do with your mustache.
She just likes a good curl. If it wasn't for my curled mustache, we would have never met online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have kidnapped her at the train track.
I wouldn't have gave all her friends like bombs with cakes.
Pies with bombs in it. Mindy has Stockholm Syndrome. You ever kidnapped? The show's over.
It's done. All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, good night.
All right, so let's talk about. I don't know if I saw this. The Black Panther
You
trailer.
didn't watch this yet?
I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's
Pretty good.
Live viewing of.
No, it's fine. You guys talk about it. So, what are you guys thoughts on? Tell me about the Black Panther trailer. What you guys thought of it?
Well, it wasn't too long. It was basically like Claw as he wasn't Claw yet, but he was like talking about like Wakanda, talking about like all the treasure that's there and the stuff's there and different. What did he refer to it?
He said it's like they want you to think it's a third world country, but it's
not.
It's like a paradise.
It's a front.
Yeah, it's a front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he called it something that you think is in South America. I forget it now. That he's like, but it's
Utopia,
really in Africa.
or?
What did he call it? We're so unprepared.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Back to basics.
it's all this stuff with him, like him, and then it just shows you like Panther attacking some like poachers, fires a one dude into a car, takes on a head full on machine gun to the front of him, blocks it. He looks really cool. The movements were cool. He was kind of up in a tree, and they look up and he saw him, and
Suit's a little bit different, but not a lot different.
showed some Wakanda technology and like the city. It looked all the visuals in it looked great. Like the
It
city.
reminded me of Naboo.
Yeah.
A little bit, kind of like the planes they have. Kind of reminded me of the.
Did they have boats that flew? Like
No.
No,
Thor?
it wasn't like Thor.
No.
It was magical.
What are the ones from Agents of Shield? The
Quinjets.
Quinjet. They kind of look like super advanced Quinjets.
Yeah.
Well,
Showed like the tribes and like a couple quick glimpses of some of the bad guys. Him flipping on a car and like landing on it, and a car flipping and then jumping off and landing on another one. Cool action.
So is Claw the main villain?
Looks that way.
It looks like the main villain in this is played by
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan,
Oh,
and he's like
Human
some
Torch.
Killjoy.
Yeah, he's what's his name again?
I think it's Killjoy.
Killjoy or something. He's like a classic Black Panther villain, someone from the tribe that turns bad. It's like,
Okay.
but Claw, I think, is a setup into it. He's not really Claw yet.
Because he's already. I mean, this is
Lost his
after.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is after Ultron, so his arm's gone. He's talking to. I can't remember the character's name from Civil War, but it played by Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
The guy that gets the Avengers together, or is one of the Avengers handlers or something.
That guy.
Yeah. He's being interviewed in like a interrogation room by him, and Black Panther and one of his guards. It's
the chick.
but it's the woman from Walking Dead.
Michonne?
Yeah, it's Michonne from Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it looks cool. I mean, it's only about a minute and a half long, but I'm excited for it.
I've been excited. I always like Black Panther.
Yeah,
so
I think it's going to be really good.
I like a good Black Panther in Africa story. I don't like him in New York.
And I need to make a correction. It's Killmonger, not Killjoy.
I was going to say Killjoy was a 90s X-Men.
You're thinking of
Killjoy.
Kill Spree.
Ah.
Is that the guy with the spikes on his
Yes,
ass?
the
The horrible
purple
toy. The horrible toy. Yeah.
Did his
Purple and
arms
yellow
just get
costume.
longer?
Yeah,
No, you
like
squeeze his
spikes.
legs together. He had blades all over him.
Ah,
And
yes.
he did like aerobics.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's going to be good. I think it'll be a good. I'm excited for it. It's going to be unique.
Okay.
It's going to be one of those ones that I think it will have the same effect of like
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Doctor Strange and Thor and that, where you're like, wow, it's a whole new world they haven't explored yet.
Yeah.
Good.
Should be good.
Panther's awesome. That guy who plays him is great.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
He's a perfect pick. He's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
wasn't really well known. You know, just bring in
Perfect.
somebody. So
All right.
Another Marvel trailers was Inhumans.
Yes,
Why not?
Inhumans. I did see that.
Yep.
Any thoughts on that?
What do you guys think?
So the only thing I'm not buying right now is I don't like the look of Medusa's hair.
I agree. We talked about this before, but I like to think that her hair flows like Spawn's cape. It's just kind of like always moving. But they can't afford that on the CGI, so
It's gonna be tough to do. I really liked Lockjaw though.
That's what his name was. I
He looked
couldn't
cool.
remember
I like
what
how
the
he
dog's
swooped
name
in,
was.
Yeah,
Grabbed them and disappeared.
and they were doing like a. It's not like your traditional like bamfing when they teleport.
It was
Kind of like
yeah.
smears and then
Yeah.
it looked cool.
Fades.
Yeah.
He looks cool. I don't mind the guy that's playing Black Bolt, but again, I'd like to see him in the actual Black Bolt outfit.
I don't think we're going to see that at
I
all.
don't think so either. I think that it's gonna in the first two episodes. I think I get the feel that
He's
Maximus,
running around in a business suit.
Yeah, I like that.
He's going to be like an ambassador to the planet Earth or something.
I have a feeling what good.
I was just I like how he coughs and just knocks the police car
Yeah.
everywhere.
I don't even know if that was a cough or just
No,
an
it was just
exhale.
It was like a.
'Cause, yeah,
I mean, you remember him in the comic when he would even go like a whisper.
Yeah,
It was like huge explosion.
yeah. I think that they're going to get exiled from the dark side of the moon. I think that Maximus takes over.
Yeah, they
Which
set
they
him on the
got-
throne and everything.
Yeah, and they go to Earth to hide or like try to like be part of
I liked when he was said to Maximus when he started looking like he was going to talk, and he was like, "Hey, stop him!" He got all nervous.
Yeah. It's like you're gonna say something, kill your dear brother. I think that the guy that they have cast for Maximus is great. I've said it before.
The only line that bothered me is, "You can remain silent like our king." Like he has to remain silent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll kill everybody if he talks.
Now I wonder if they're going to do. Do you remember with Black Bolt? They did that thing when I was reading like the Illuminati, where him and Reed Richards would go into that like room
Okay.
where it was like a I don't know, it was like some special room and he could talk in there, and him and Reed and Panther were like talking about what they were going to do.
Did
And
Reed build the thing?
I think Reed built the room. It was like
Okay.
some special room, and he had it in their base where he could walk in there, and it either depowered him or augmented it so he could have a conversation.
Okay.
He would be in there and talk.
Well, could be like how they do noise cancellation headphones, where they just pump in a frequency of
His is a little
noise
bit
that.
different than
Well, I know,
most
but it's
canceling.
still it's the same, and they show it when he flips over the cop. It's still a wave,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
would be able to cancel that out with a strong enough wave in the opposite.
Or they could write something that they create. There's a room that cancels out the Terrigen.
You think he'd learn sign language or something?
I don't
Well,
know.
doesn't he have a telepathic link to Medusa?
He used to have it, yeah, where they would speak in their brain and all that stuff.
I'm gonna speak in your brain.
He would do that with his brother too. But I don't know. We'll see. My thing with that is I don't know how that's a show. To me, that feels like a movie. You can
Yeah.
do a movie. I don't know how that's an ongoing TV series.
It's only going to be like 6 episodes, I think.
I really feel like that Marvel's dropping the ball. They could do these like Marvel Comics presents and it just tell stories, almost like a Twilight Zone, where they're like, "Hey, half the season's about it being humans,
Yeah.
then half the season's going to be about something else."
Well, and humans are their big thing now, which leads me into another topic I wanted to bring up. Is I did a comic talk this week about the Marvel Legacy.
don't plug your stupid side.
It's our page. It's all the same thing. Shut up. I didn't want to. I knew you were going to give me beef when I said it, but I did it about Marvel Legacy.
Okay.
And I mean, the Inhumans they're taking over as like the X-Men of the Marvel universe. I mean, Black Bolt has his own comic book now.
Well, I mean, they're
they have
trying
a book
to
called
brand.
Royals, which is the royal family of the Inhumans. You know, they're everywhere. They're the main, and they were never this big in the Marvel universe before.
They're tough. They're tough to like.
They're mutants they're allowed to use.
Yeah.
So have you seen the Black Bolt book yet? How do you have a book about a character that can't talk? Is it just like his inner monologue?
Probably.
So the Marvel Legacy event, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this, was which the internet is like outraged over because they have been talking for months and months and months about this legacy. They have Secret Empire going on now. They're going into a book called Generations, which is like old Wolverine and new Wolverine, old Hulk and new Hulk, all teaming up for like a 6-issue, like it's not a miniseries, it's like a maxi series they were calling it, where they meet each other and they have a book. Everybody thought this legacy was going to be like DC Rebirth, where they were going to like realign their universe because that's what they've been talking. It's a game changer. It's, you know, if you like the new characters but you want your classic storylines, we're going to give you all this finally. And all it is which is really funny. It's 52 new books.
Oh yeah.
Just like someone else, and
they're all lenticular covers.
All the covers are like those.
Lenticular.
Okay, I don't know what that word means, so I apologize.
I only know it from having to order the covers.
I was going to say hologram covers, and it's a
classic, right?
Classic cover with a brand new cover.
Yeah,
it's New Mutants '88 or whatever. 98 that introduces Cable with
Cable was 80s or 90s. Or yeah,
Cable with all the ones in the bubble. Now it's that book, that image. It's the Punisher Spider-Man cover, but with Deadpool.
Yeah,
you know, and they're holographing them all them in. It's Black Bolt's book is
I saw all of them and I can't remember.
Days of Future Past,
which
is Wolverine and Kitty on it, but
yeah.
with Black Bolt on it with Inhumans behind them. So some of these are brand new number ones. Some of them they're just keeping going, but it's still the same shit ass Marvel characters.
They're just oversaturating it more.
Yeah,
it's still the same stuff. You know, it's nothing new. It's horrible. I mean, one of the newer books that I saw on here, there's a book coming out called Marvel 2-in-1.
Is that going to be the Thing?
It's the Thing and the Human Torch wearing 2s on their belt instead of 4. But it's them with like Ironheart, Miles Morales.
So it's going to be a different team up every time.
It's a different team up, but it's always the Torch and Thing wearing 2 on their belt. But you can't have the Fantastic Four. You have like it's bad.
The Terrific 2.
Now, before we started this, you said there was one book that you might read, and I think I know what it is.
All right. So how many guesses do you get?
I only need one guess.
Okay.
Okay. It's Spirits of Vengeance.
It's exactly what it is. Because it was Blade and Ghost Rider, and then yeah.
And I know you don't listen to the stuff I put on our own page, but in my Comic Talk episode, when I talked about that one, Spirits of Vengeance, I said, this is a book Ken will like.
Yeah.
I said, this is one that me and Ken have talked about, that this should be a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
That Spirits, with that lineup with Blade and Hellstrom and all those guys.
I might actually read Marvel 2-in-1. I was always a fan of a book that didn't have to be in continuity. And I always liked the dichotomy between Human Torch and Thing. There's probably 3 on here.
I'm going to read Spirits of Vengeance just because I like that team. I like Blade with that group.
I don't know if I'm going to buy every issue. I might just wait for the trade and buy it.
But I mean, the rest of it looks absolutely horrible. I mean, it's just the same stuff again. I mean, I may read America's book, Miss America, because I like her.
Oh, America Chavez?
From Young Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's cool. So I may stick with her.
Is this a new number 1? Because I thought she was getting a new book that was already out.
She's getting, this is like a new...
Are they rebooting all these books?
Not all of them are getting rebooted. Like the X-Men Blue and Gold and Cable and Weapon X, those are already out.
Thanos is already out.
Most of these are already out.
Some of these are already out.
Spider-Man, Deadpool.
But like, in typical Marvel bullshit nonsense, Deadpool's getting a new number 1 because now it's a despicable Deadpool.
So they need those adjectives.
They have to throw a dumb-ass adjective in front of it. And I don't know, maybe you guys think it's cool or whatever, but I don't get the appeal of all the Gwen Stacy shit. I don't get
terrible.
Spider-Gwen and Gwenpool.
Gwenpool, it was a variant cover that people thought was cool, and they made a character out of it.
Gwen Stacy has 2 books in this universe, and Captain America has none.
Well, is Captain America even going to be his normal self?
I don't know if he's going to kill him at the end of Secret Empire or not, but...
Here's my thing. Spider-Gwen was fine whenever she was part of that Spider-Verse, and like they pulled her in from her...
But she got popular.
But did she get popular? Did her book ever sell?
I have no clue.
It did.
Because whenever I was ordering, I don't remember I ordered more of that than I did any other.
She's like a fun novelty thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Like
when it first came out, we were selling out of multiple printings of it, but it quickly died off and just became like the thing that girls liked.
Yeah.
That thought they knew about comics.
The unbeatable Squirrel Girl, the unbelievable Gwenpool.
I don't get
these
the Squirrel
stupid
Girl
books. Thing. It's unbelievable to me.
I don't get Squirrel Girl at all.
Well, I heard that the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, they're going to make her the Herald of Galactus. She's going to turn into a Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That character, I just don't get the appeal to it. I just think it's stupid.
I thought she was fine as Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' nanny. And
right, she should be like a supporting character that has like a minimal
Wolverine
role.
banged her at an Avengers party.
And everyone laughed.
Yeah. Like, that was fine. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that I don't like strong female characters.
She's not a strong
female. She's not a strong female. She's a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a strong female
like,
character...
I'll read Harley Quinn if I thought the story was good. I loved Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
I like Miss Marvel, that book.
Well, Miss Marvel is a good story.
It was an original character
that
has, like, actual diversity that makes sense. Like, she got her powers. Everything about Miss Marvel is the way Marvel should do a new character. Everything about Squirrel Girl is stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I love X-23.
Yeah.
But she doesn't need to be Wolverine. She can
Why
just
can't she be X-23?
She can just be X-23. She's a good original character on her own as Laura X or X-23, whatever you want to call her. I don't know why she has to be the all-new Wolverine and wear that stupid outfit.
That's just them giving a middle finger to Fox, I think.
Yeah. That's probably all that is. You're right. But, like, you know, I don't know. It's just, this was a huge letdown to a lot of people. This was just really...
Because it's the same. Other than, like, 5 titles, this is all the stuff that they are currently publishing.
Yeah.
I mean, Falcon's
back in a ridiculous-looking outfit. And he's Falcon again. I don't know what the hell he's wearing. It looks like something out of an 80s cartoon. I don't know what it is. It's awful.
I enjoyed the Generation X 2 different covers. I don't know if I'd read the book, but I like they had the old cover, then they showed the new cover. It's pretty much the same.
And so Adam sent me this link. I tagged you guys in it. Did you guys watch that video?
You tagged the wrong Brock in it.
I did. Oh, okay. So I didn't. You didn't.
I didn't watch it. No,
you didn't see it either.
I watched it.
It's like this. It's like Mexican TV show, and there's a Mexican guy there with like no teeth, and there's subtitles underneath it that he's like the CEO for Marvel, and he's cracking up laughing, and everybody in the host is cracking up, and and at the bottom it's like reading, like he's like, we told him he was going to change the comic book universe. He was like, new covers, and he like starts laughing, and the host is laughing. He's like, but wait. He's like, we gave you Iron Fist, and he's like, and Luke Cage, and he just starts cracking up again. And
do they have their own books now?
They have their own books. He's like, don't worry, the Defenders are here.
Well, and then he was like, we told them we were going to bring back the characters that they loved. All we gave them was new covers.
And he just keeps screaming new covers and losing it, laughing. It's a great video.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah,
it reminds me of those Hitler, like the ones where Hitler's upset because the Pens lost in the playoff.
But, I mean, you get a Defenders book with all 4 of them in it, and then now they each have their own book. A new Iron Fist, a new Jessica Jones. Who cares? Honestly, who cares?
It's the same stuff they've been doing.
And again, look at this lineup of 52 books. No Thors, there's no real Thor. There's a mighty Thor they're going to kill somebody off again. It's like a death. They're doing the death of Captain Marvel, the one where Captain Marvel's died, but with Thor. No Captain America. No Iron Man. Iron Man's book stars Ironheart and Doctor Doom in it together.
Like as a team?
Fighting over the legacy of Tony Stark.
So if the big 3 aren't in any of these comics, do you honestly feel that this can be a sustainable Marvel universe for them to go for more than... Like, how long can you have a Marvel Comics without Iron Man, Captain America, without Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Thor.
Wait, Ken, Punisher found the War Machine armor, and he's going to wear it now.
I love War Machine. I love Punisher. There's no reason I should watch that book. I don't think Frank Castle would want to, like, it doesn't seem
wearing
really
Stark tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's goofy.
How would he be able to do? Like,
This reminds me of the '90s when they went belly up and they had to sell all their properties to Fox and Sony and everything else. To pull
It's
themselves
it's
out of the
pretty
toilet.
bad.
But now they don't need to because they got Disney back.
Right, so they can just do whatever they
So
want.
whenever adolescent Groot is in his bedroom being angsty with Star-Lord,
I got the pop vinyl of that this week, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Adolescent Groot.
It's nowhere.
Amazon
It's
exclusive.
nowhere near DC Rebirth and what they did.
Yeah.
It's crap, is what I think it is. It's bad.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I just don't know. This feels like Heroes Reborn to me. Like whenever Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld tried to switch on stuff in the 90s and it didn't sell, and they were smart enough after 9
After
issues.
12.
Yeah, they did it. They gave it a year.
But I tell you what, even some of those weren't that bad. Like I enjoyed
Burnout was part of the Fantastic Four.
Just
for a
one
little
issue.
for one issue, but like it wasn't that bad.
At least there was a Fantastic
Four. At least there
Right.
was a Fantastic Four, and like the Avengers wasn't that horrible. I mean,
Was that part of Blood Raven Avengers? That was the
no,
Perez
they had like
run?
the Swordsman was on the team.
And I think that there was an end, a definite end planned for that to bring them all back at the end of all that.
Because the Marvel Universe was horrible without him. You had
Just had the
Spider-Man and the
Thunderbolts.
X-Men and the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts
But Thunderbolts
was
was a great run while they were
Yeah.
gone. That was a great run.
It's the only thing I read at Marvel at the
I
time.
don't know. I mean, you brought up on here that there was a Facebook memory you had about Marvel
Oh, yeah.
Universe, like
Let me
4
go
years
back
ago.
and find it. Because I want to read these out, and then we'll see what's changed. So I was on Facebook, and I got this great link from 5 years ago. Newsarama did a thing. It's like how the 10 worst things about the current Marvel Universe in maybe it wasn't 10 years ago because it says 2012. Oh, no, that was 5 years ago. I'm dumb.
Yeah,
I said
I won't
5.
argue.
So
Andrew dumb.
this is why I don't do things. All right, so I'm going to flip through these. The number, let's say
many is
10. There's 10.
Mhm.
New characters needed is the headline. I'm not going to read the whole text, but
Okay.
so they got a lot of new characters.
There are a lot of new characters, and they're all bad.
They're all bad. Well,
Except for
all-
Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
But
so,
a lot of them are just stupid re-imaging of characters, like before when they tried to do Thunderstrike and
yeah,
all these other
Yeah.
ones. They're
Where
just
are all those guys today? Because nobody cares.
yeah. 'cause
Exactly.
No one cares about it. No one
Okay.
cares about Amadeus Cho as a whole.
Sorry, Ron friends.
the one of them was X-Men's muddled message. X-Men doesn't even have a message
Yeah,
anymore.
they're completely.
And they're
gone.
talking about how, like, the separation of the books that was during the big A versus X.
Schism and all
yeah. So, but now, God, I
The
would love.
X-Men are horrible.
What you would long for the days of having that many X-Men books and having the legacy.
Yeah.
Now it's all.
I
shit
long for the
today.
day of not having a book called Old Man Logan.
Yeah. All right. Franchises spread too thin. Whenever you have two Squirrel Girl or Gwenpool books,
Two Gwen Stacy books.
how many
A
Deadpool
dead
books?
character has 2 books.
How many Deadpool books are there?
Just one.
Just one.
The Despicable Deadpool.
And Spider-Man Deadpool.
Yeah, Spider-Man versus Deadpool. I don't know how that's an ongoing book. I don't really understand that one, but
But yeah, let's try to see if there's anything else. But all right, so let's go to the next one. A lack of leading ladies.
well, which that one was okay because they have made a couple more. Captain Marvel now's the star of her own book.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
I mean, they're giving us She-Hulk again. I don't know who reads She-Hulk and likes that book.
I heard people liked it whenever they were doing more of the aspect of her doing the lawyer and couldn't
I
control.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, but now I don't know what they're doing now with it. They just
I don't think your casual Marvel zombie fan, like the guy that's going to read all, like, isn't going to like that book. That's going to be like Vision was whenever it was
Mhm.
out.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of like
It's
the
actually
indie, it had deep writing. It was a lot of words. Like, I don't-
Again, it's one of these books where if I had a regular Bruce Banner Hulk book, that I might be inclined to check out what's going on. I equate this to the same as Batman and Batwoman. I have a Batman book. Batwoman guest stars in her once in a while. It made me want to read her book when it came out because I liked her.
Mhm.
It was like, all right, I'll check this out, and it's good. I don't think the people who were a Hulk fan and got introduced to She-Hulk that way are like, oh yeah, I don't have a regular. Bruce Banner's gone, and this annoying kid is him, but I'll check out She-Hulk.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Dead is dead, except for when it's not. So I don't really think that's an issue. People die.
they keep bringing people back and
Yeah.
killing them left and right. I
That's
mean, the only
every
people they
comic
have
book.
kept dead, though, for a while now, since this article, is Professor X.
Yeah.
They've yet to bring him back, or Cyclops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
You know, they just have the young kids now.
Yeah. Which is a cheap way out, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a cheap way out.
Bend this
annoying
way
Jean
out.
Grey.
Event driven to the extremes.
Totally. They're out of control now.
But I don't know. It's sad to think. What was the last time they did an event that wasn't like earth shattering? Like Marvel used
They
to
did
do.
one a year.
Yeah. Like since Civil War. I mean,
Yeah.
even before that, they did
well, if you notice now,
Disassembled.
all they're doing now is recycling old events that were hot in like the mid 2000s to late early
Well,
2010.
shit, they were doing that with Civil War.
That's all
like,
they're doing now.
yeah.
I mean, Civil War 2. It looks like in the Jean Grey X-Men book, they're going for Phoenix again.
Oh, for
You know what I
F's
mean?
sakes.
They're touching on Phoenix again. It's all the same thing. Even Secret Empire here with the Hydra taking over and all. They're gonna. I mean,
They did that with the Skrulls.
yeah, they did with the Skrulls.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I bet you in 2 years we have Civil War 3.
Oh, I'm sure. I
I
was
mean,
surprised.
in less than 2 years, I bet you we have Civil War 3.
Well, you may because all these characters are new; they haven't fought before.
Yeah,
so they'll do their own
that's
Civil
exactly
War.
where they're going.
This was a little different because it's Avengers versus X-Men versus everyone else. But you didn't even have the X-Men.
Avengers vs. X-Men was fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? When I was reading it, I didn't like it, but at least now
It was
it
good.
felt like
Good.
an
It was
actual story.
entertaining.
Yeah. Here's the one: the Marvel Universe is too damn old because they have so many characters that were
Yeah.
created in
And now
this.
we wish they would come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're sitting there thinking like, oh man, Cyclops.
Yeah.
50
They don't have their
years
core legacy characters anymore.
No. And it feels off.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
I don't understand why they feel they need to age comic book characters. It's like cartoons. I don't care that The Simpsons have been on 27 years, but Bart and Lisa are still the same age.
Some
You know-
aging is good. Like I think whenever you look at a character like Dick Grayson, you see the evolution of Dick Grayson from being a boy to being like coming through manhood, realizing he's part of Bruce because Bruce is kind of crazy and does his own thing. That's good.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
good aging.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's really slow. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's good.
But
if you think about it, 12 issues of a comic book that come out throughout a year could take like a week to
Yeah.
actually happen in their time.
Or a day.
Or a day, even, yeah.
Even the other Robins, the evolution of Tim Drake. Tim Drake went from a little kid sidekick to like, a smarter young adult. Damian Wayne's grown up. They do a good job of aging those characters.
But I think the Batman universe is the exception to the rule. I don't
Yeah.
know a whole lot of other people like characters.
Spider-Man's universe, they go all over the place.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he's young, sometimes he's old. They make him they try to put him into this professional role like a Tony Stark, and then they're dealing with the Miles Morales stuff. I mean, they're all over the place.
It's inconsistent over there at Marvel.
It's way inconsistent.
Well, everything about it's inconsistent. All right, so here's a good one. I agree 100%. It's too damn big.
Yeah.
And it's still too damn. Like I get that you have this rich history, and I like it, and I like to know all the stuff about it. But because it's so big, doesn't mean we need 52 titles. That's still
Look, I don't have too much because 52 titles is a lot less than what they currently had because they reduced their books. They had well over 70 titles monthly.
which is enough.
So reducing these is okay, but if you're going to give me 52 books, give me 52 books to cover the spectrum of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
I don't need Gwenpool, all this other nonsense. There's so many nonsense books in here where, like I said, I
is
don't
there a
have
Doctor Strange book?
Yeah, he has his,
Oh,
he has a
okay.
book.
He had 3 at the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a couple. I mean, there was a lot of
There were
stuff
3
going
Black
on.
Panther books too right now, I think.
I need something. I want something normal. I want a good Avengers book. I don't mind having a West Coast Avengers book. I don't mind, instead of I don't need 3 Inhuman books.
And here's, I think, the last one. Continuity is an illusion,
Yeah,
which...
And that's because of all their stupid events that they have to tie everything
Yeah.
into.
yeah.
It's hard to keep a good, steady continuity whenever, this stupid thing over here is happening that changes the entire universe.
Yeah.
So,
So I
how are you
thi-
supposed to tell a good story?
So I think 5 years later, Marvel's in the exact same position it was then. And
I think it's
also,
worse.
Yeah.
And it's worse because when they tried to build new characters, strong female leads, and diversify, they lost the essence of what the Marvel Universe was.
Right.
So,
Well, then, for every strong female lead that they created a joke female character such as Gwenpool or Squirrel Girl, and all these stupid ones.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
let us know what you think. What do we got next?
Game of Thrones trailer that I just watched before we started the podcast.
Ooh.
Anyone have any thoughts? Oh, look good.
Justin
but-
will have some thoughts on this one. This is his shit.
But it's
Ross, you don't
not.
watch this show, right?
I've only seen the first episode.
Okay, so did you stop watching it because the incest and it was just too much?
There wasn't a whole lot of that in the first episode. It just dragged.
I watched the first episode and I was like, why would I watch this show? It's just these people. It's going to be miserable. And as soon as I watched the second and third, that's when I got hooked.
All right.
If you can make it through the third and you're not hooked, I won't give you shit. But I was in the same boat as you where I only watched the first
I've never
episode.
met anybody who hasn't watched a show and got hooked after like a couple episodes.
Mhm.
Because I even showed it to my father. Was like, I don't know about this person. By the third one, he was like, I just watched 4 seasons. I was like, jeez. All right.
Give it 3, and if you don't like, and it's a lot. It's 3 hours of your life that you're giving to this thing.
First episode, I think, was 2 hours long.
It felt like it was 2 hours. But if you don't have to, you just tell me yourself. But I think that you should go at least watch the
You
first.
should try it out. It's good. It's entertaining. It's
Don't
well
give me
done.
looks because I dropped the F-bomb. Justin didn't bleep 3 of them on the last podcast.
Yeah, me. It's my story.
Just be like me.
I may have fallen asleep while
That's just
listening
because
to
he's
this.
trying to tarnish my image in front of his mother by showing her.
You should.
I'm just gonna hold this mic.
But if you watch DB's Comic Talk, you won't hear any swearing.
No,
Don't hate.
So
check out DB stomach.
All right, enough. Focus on Game of Thrones. We're gonna start doing DB's Game of Thrones.
This
so
episode sponsored. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
Shut up. I don't know. I don't really have much to say other than the fact that I think it's gonna be a great season.
I don't know who the Flaming Swordsman is from Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't either.
No, but that looked cool.
Like,
It's
There's
kinda
a lot
excited
of there's a lot of really cool images in the trailer. It's stuff that we're kind of expecting that we want to see in this, in one of the last 2 seasons of the show.
Yeah.
For me though, it's going to take me until I'm actually sitting down and watching the first episode to be excited about it. It's been gone too long for me.
Oh.
And I'm not
gonna cry.
I'm not excited. I'm not excited about it right now. Like I said, when I sit down and watch the first episode, I'm sure I'll get excited and I'll be, but
Are you getting delirious out here? Getting goofy?
No.
Stay on target.
I just want to say his disappointment reminded me of Alex whenever the Saber just got home because he was disappointed she was gone for so long.
And he couldn't play any board games.
I would have played a board game.
I disagree with you. I watched this trailer and I was excited for it instantly. Like, yay, it's back. It looks good. I like everything I see in it. I think it's going to be if you're bitching about having to wait after this season, you're going to skip a whole entire year.
2019.
Yeah. So they go.
We're gonna make it.
Yeah, we're going to be alive.
I'll
by the
probably
time
be
that
dead
comes
by
out.
then.
Welcome to KFB 805. Oh, Brock's no longer with us. He died a week after the premiere.
I like to think that in 2 years we're gonna get 700 more.
At this rate, Ken. So many comic talks.
So many DB. This episode is sponsored by DB's Comic.
They're haters, folks. They're haters. But I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it other than we're excited about it. We kind of broke down what we thought we were going to do in our episode that got the most views ever, our Game of Thrones. So I'm sure we'll do something when it comes out. We can talk about it.
I'll have to re-listen to it so I know what I thought back then. I
Yeah.
just know I was right.
We laid out all those battles and all
You
that
were all
stuff.
wrong.
That's what someone was telling me on YouTube.
Yeah. Maybe you guys should listen to the content before putting it out. You're like, sorry, we don't listen to our content. We don't know what we're talking about.
But
There you go.
Talking off the cuff here.
Link is in the description below if you'd like to watch that episode.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Brock, for giving me more work to do.
You're welcome.
Now, speaking of giving Brock work to do,
Oh,
Brock, recently you were telling us about something you checked out on Netflix.
yeah, I watched this first season of Glow on Netflix, which is the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. It's kind of like loosely based on the old 80s TV show of the same name.
did you watch it when you were a kid?
I did.
I did, but I don't really remember much
I don't
of
remember
it.
much of it either.
The only thing I can remember is they were on an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael.
I remember that episode.
That's the only thing I remember. And I think me and my dad would watch it because, I don't know, chicks wrestling.
I
It was a
remember
weird
once in a while it
time
was
slot.
on.
It was like at 11 in the morning or
Yeah,
something
it was
like
something
that.
strange. It was.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, driving around Pittsburgh, there is stuff everywhere for this.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
billboards
very well promoted.
everywhere.
Even on the side of the highway, I saw something for it.
Oh, really? I
like
think I
279.
passed 4 billboards from my house to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the side of one of the buses that parks at the North Hills garage.
How many episodes is it?
It's only 10 episodes, and they're a half hour long. So you
Oh,
could
they're only
literally
half hour.
watch it in like an afternoon.
How far are you into it?
I finished it.
I was gonna say, hell, I
Hour.
Is
Yeah.
it set for a second season?
It sets up for a second season. Basically, it follows a failed actress who's just trying to get her first big role.
Is this based on a true story, like her thing?
I think it's loosely based on it, but the character names are different and everything. I think it's mostly fiction, but they kind of just took elements from things that actually happened. But she's on an audition, and she's like reading the man's part, trying to like get a good part for a woman. It's all like male-driven Hollywood at the time in the 80s. It's set in 1986, I believe. So then, like the people leading the audition clue her in on this audition that they're looking for unconventional women, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And so she finds out that they're casting a wrestling show. And it's fun because you see, like, none of these girls have any wrestling talent whatsoever, so they learn, like, 3 moves. And then they do those 3 moves in different order each match. So they're just doing the same thing over and over again. But there's a twist where the lead actress's friend, who is a soap opera actress who quit to have a baby, there's some stuff between them, and they end up getting together into this wrestling promotion. And it's fun. It's another 80s period piece kind of thing for Netflix, and they're all over the place.
They're big on the period piece.
So there's a lot of drug use and all that.
Johnny Mundo's in it. Right?
There's a ton of wrestler cameos.
I saw Joey Ryan is in it.
Joey Ryan's in it.
He's perfect for 80s sleaze.
He plays a character called Mr. Monopoly.
Uh-huh.
He's like the bad guy to Alex Riley's Steel Horse.
Oh, Alex Riley's in it? Too?
Yeah, he rides the ring on a motorcycle, so that's why he's Steel Horse.
Okay.
On a steel horse he rides.
Who other cameos?
Brodus Clay and Carlito are brothers called the Lumberjacksons.
Oh, nice.
The Lumberjacksons.
So they're all in it.
Yeah, they're pretty small roles. It mainly focuses on the women wrestlers.
No Cody Rhodes.
No Cody Rhodes.
Surprise.
The cleaner isn't showing up, and the Young Bucks aren't super kicking people.
No, but Christopher Daniels and Kazarian are having a match. They don't mention them by name, but they're just kind of there. But Awesome Kong is one of the lead female characters in this show.
Is she gonna get pregnant and then get fired?
Maybe. She talks about a kid that she has in college and things like that.
That's cool. Good for her.
She plays a racist stereotype on the Glow show, and she like voices her concern about that. Her character is the welfare queen.
And that was an actual character on the show, I think.
A similar character, but all the characters on the original Glow TV show were all like stereotypical, like
jungle,
like the farmer daughter.
It was
and
the
stuff like
80s,
that.
yeah,
It was the 80s. Everybody had a job outside of wrestling and things like that,
thanks,
including the
Vince
WWE,
McMahon. TL Hopper.
WWF.
Nice.
But it's a fun show. It's very quick. You can get through it in an afternoon, like I said, and it's
How
fun.
many stars?
I'll give it 4 stars. I want to see more.
So I heard there's nudity right off the get-go,
There is nudity right off the bat.
which is new for Netflix. They don't usually get into this stuff.
Let's buy the
Ken's
people.
down.
It's the same production crew that did Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
So
Was there
it's
any, I don't know if there was. I don't know.
There's like that's like women's prison, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot in that one.
Yeah, but
Justin's
it's-
like, oh,
He's shaking his head like, "Yep, watched all that and recorded all the parts that were in it."
Yeah, it's worth watching. I mean, you kind of follow the lead character. Her name is Ruth, and all the ups and downs of that character and what she goes through trying to get into this Hollywood business. Definitely worth a watch.
Fun.
Awesome.
All right.
So next, I thought for the end that we could each maybe give just something from the week. Close on whatever topic you want to close on.
All right.
If you got anything, I think we should start with the host.
Why?
No, I think
After today?
you have anything you want to wrap up the week with? Any topics? Any stuff?
I mean, I don't really have anything right now. I mean, that's all. It's kind of
Put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You bought a new car.
I bought a new car.
What'd you get?
I got a 2010 Kia Sportage.
Nice.
So now I'm not
I'm
on
gonna
the bus.
interview the host.
I enjoy it.
Huh?
It's better than riding the bus for 4 hours.
I'm so happy that you
Riding
no
the
longer
bus
get
to
Pokey
work
Stops.
today.
It's the worst.
On the bus.
And here's the thing,
It's justice. Is what it's
No, it's not.
It's justice.
Listen, okay, you say it's justice. You work from home and just go for walks? Like, how is that justice? I got to work 45 hours a day, and the only time I can play
A day.
Pokemon
45 hours a day.
a week.
I go for multiple walks.
If I can sit at home and work,
I'm just messing with you. Don't get all hot and you start sweating and
He is sweating.
moving around the room.
I
You're
get-
gonna
I
break
get-
things.
I get antsy.
You get antsy.
But yeah, so I haven't. That's about it. Fighting with people,
Arguing with customers,
getting fired. You know,
Yeah.
You're not getting fired.
I mean, Chase, anything from you?
At this point in the week, I've already got like 44 hours.
Oh, we're gonna complain about work. How original.
So
I was on vacation.
no,
this week.
what I was leading it to is I have not done really anything other than work this week. So
Yeah.
Poor little
I am
guy.
excited that Cutthroat Kitchen is on Hulu.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So it's Chopped. So
I did get into a Chop Junior loophole the other day. I watched like 10 episodes in a row.
I watched the finale of that.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I don't
I
like
start
kids-
watching it. I'm like, what are these kids gonna do with a spicy pepper, milk chocolate, and a steak? What are they gonna do with these three things?
I don't like watching kids cook it.
They're annoying. I think it's fake. How does a kid know to make all that shit?
Could you
I'm gonna make
imagine?
a creme brulee, Spanish
They're probably just
pancake.
abused.
So Brock, you live with your mom. When did you learn to cook? Like, because
He
you can
hasn't
cook.
yet. Well, he made
He
he
makes.
made turkey tacos today.
he
I did make
makes-
turkey tacos. today.
He's made a kick-ass chicken noodle soup, homemade.
Yes.
Ken used to bring a giant can of taco sauce for
I
wrestling
taught myself
parties.
how to cook.
Exactly. You taught yourself.
Probably in my mid-20s.
I taught myself probably
Yeah.
like late teens, early
When I
20s.
had kids, I started learning how to do it.
Well, I'm not gonna ask Justin.
Take it one down.
all right, we're ready. We're back.
All right.
Shut up. We're back.
Okay.
So
we're
we're
back.
recording now,
Yeah.
So we were making fun of Justin.
Yeah.
and he sabotaged us making fun of him by stopping the audio on the
So
podcast.
do you cook dinners for yourself?
Not really much anymore.
But
I
you
don't.
are a
I'll be
kick-ass
honest.
baker. You
Oh,
make
yeah.
some sweet cookies and
Yeah,
cakes and pies.
And I wouldn't call
Speaking of
myself.
cookies, maybe made some cookies. At
Oh,
my
my-
party on
and
Saturday, and
I
they
text-
blew my mind. They were so good.
I text Ken and he completely ignored me because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to give up the
Blondie.
recipe.
No. You know why I ignored you? You texted me at 10:30. I was asleep.
He's asleep.
I'm an old effing man.
But you could have gotten back to me the next morning at 4 a.m. when you got up for work.
It wasn't
Once I
important
get
anymore.
But my mother told me you're not allowed to eat these. And then when she turned around, I stole one and ran outside and ate it. And me and him were sitting there eating them like at the end of the
We
party.
finished. We finished off
Oh,
what
I
was
should have brought
left.
the rest. I still had some at the
Oh,
house.
they were so
Those
good.
blondie things. Oh my god.
I would
Unbelievable.
give you the recipe, but she has like literally at the house. There's notebooks that are hidden, and it's like
Just
she's
so
like,
Justin doesn't find out about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Susan break in and steal
No.
it.
So I taught myself to cook when I was younger, like 12, 13. I would make stuff.
Your parents would let you use the stove.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what was this all about? Because these kids cooking this
Yeah,
way?
these
Yeah,
kids
'cause
like
you
how
said you
do-
watched Chopped.
Yeah,
Junior.
Junior. How do they know?
Yeah, I don't know how they know. I mean, maybe you learn how to pick up a few things, but I mean, I was around like old Italian ladies cooking all this really
It's
delicious
rigged.
food,
It's fake.
and I never
It's
learned how to
television.
make it.
I
feel
think
like-
these kids are sitting around watching
Chopped Senior.
Iron Chef
It's gonna
Japan.
get mildly racist.
No, like Iron Chef. Like these kids are watching these cooking shows. These kids are watching these cooking shows and picking stuff up and ending up on Chopped.
I feel like
Junior.
these are parents pushing them.
I think
And
so.
that's
Yeah,
possible too.
It's definitely abuse.
Grooming and stuff.
But,
Because the one kid's like, I help out my dad's restaurant. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Whatever, kid.
You're sweeping the floor.
All right, well, that's Justin's update for the week.
That wasn't Justin's. That was yours. You said you watched.
No, he was
He
talking
said he didn't
about
do anything but work.
didn't do
Oh,
anything.
yeah,
He was
right.
talking about that.
All right.
My thing I wanted to bring up was I started watching on Netflix over again Young Justice. You ever watch Young Justice?
great
I was in
show.
my queue.
Because I saw that I had only watched like 10 episodes of the last season, and I saw that it's coming back in October. They're bringing
didn't know
back
that.
the third season.
Just for Netflix?
No, I think it's on Cartoon Network,
Okay.
and it's called Young Justice Outsiders. It's going to like pick up where the other one left off. So I started it over from like I watched. There's only 46, 50 episodes or something.
Yeah.
25 per season. So I started watching it again, and it's really well done. I mean, that was one of those really good ones that like they shouldn't have canceled because they canceled it and went in at Goofy Teen Titans.
Yeah, that's the only
other
reason
stuff.
they canceled it, too.
Which was-
Disney, or not Disney, DC does great animated.
They do. Because did you ever watch the cartoon?
No, not
I
that
mean,
one.
they have such a wide variety. Because Justice League was a great cartoon
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
They use everybody in these books.
You want to know my favorite thing about that show? Bane speaks Portuguese and it's subtitled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is great. Yeah, it's
Which you
great.
should.
Yeah.
I mean, just 3 episodes in, they have Dr. Fate's helmet.
Oh, don't get
have you
started
watched it
on
before?
Yeah, that's a show that like when I'm pulling one of my when I'm pulling one of my like 24-hour all night gaming marathons. I'll turn that on Netflix just so I have something else
Yeah.
that keep me.
You know we
awake.
haven't done for a while.
What?
Throwing up Justin's monitor situation.
I got to do it now.
Young Justice.
Young Justice.
We got some ARC,
Podcast, ARC,
Japanese strippers.
Japanese strippers, Asian strippers. There we go. I'm on the screen. Hey, speaking of Dr. Fate, did you see Mike Johnson commented on our, he commented on the Facebook page on our bracket battles?
I saw him comment, but I didn't
And he
read
was
it 'cause I don't
like-
care what Mike Johnson
Yeah. And he goes, all right, so Doctor Strange won, the Captain Marvel won. Does that mean in the DC side, Dr. Fate wins? Because he's a 3 seed too, or whatever. He obviously didn't, that one, he didn't see whatever. He's like, Dr. Fate should have
Did we
won.
not? I don't think we uploaded.
We didn't upload DC yet, but yeah.
So we can't talk about who wins.
Yeah, can't talk about who wins, but shout out to Dr. Fate from Mike Johnson.
Dr. Fate's a contentious topic.
But anyway, I thought that show was a good, I think it's a great show. I can't wait to watch the third
I didn't know it was
season.
coming back. I'm pretty excited about
Well,
that.
people partition
Petition.
a room.
Peter Becker.
People petitioned for it. They've been all over it, like, want that back.
Because that Teen Titans show is just a joke.
It is a joke. It's another, and you know what's cool about it? It's another one of those DC shows where, like Harley Quinn, who spawned out of a cartoon, Aqualad spawned out that Aqualad spawned out of that and is now part of the rebirth and is an ongoing character.
I like his powers too.
He's cool.
Isn't he like Black Mana's son?
Yeah.
He controls water.
Yeah, he controls water. He does all that stuff.
He's got water
cool.
swords.
Water
swords and whips and everything.
Water
He's cool.
constructs, I guess you could call them.
It's good. It's a great show, though. They have a lot. Like I said, they have a lot of stuff in there that they do that's really cool. So there you go.
Did we?
Yeah, he did.
No, did he?
Didn't you?
No, you totally skipped me.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
No.
What was my thing then?
All right, what's your thing then? God damn it.
I got a new soffit fascia at my house.
I have no idea what this even means. It's just noises.
It was a lot of noises because I was off this week, and there was a lot of hammering and stuff, and the guys yelling at each other because it was two brothers and I think their father working together. So
Oh,
you can imagine
God.
what that was like. But it was entertaining. The one guy kept losing his tools and blamed the neighborhood kids for stealing them. Then would find the tools later. But I wouldn't put it past the kids in my neighborhood to steal his tools. But that was that. And then Hot Topic had their clearance pop vinyls, buy one get one free.
Nice.
So I cleaned up there.
Awesome.
A bunch of different ones. So that was my highlight of the week.
All right. Well,
hey, did you find? Are they doing the San Diego cons anywhere at the end of the
Barnes
store?
and Noble's doing it.
That's the only store.
They had a sign up for it. The one here in Cranberry,
I gotta track it down.
July 20th.
I need all those Scott Pilgrim convention exclusive pops.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to have, but they had a sign up saying they were going to have them. I was there last night.
I need them all. Well, I need 3 of them. but-
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
all right.
This
Well,
stuff.
speaking of gotta catch them all, look out for our Pokemon Go update coming. We're doing that next.
Oh, we're recording another podcast.
Yeah, sorry, Ken. All
Or Ken.
right,
That's fine.
let's wrap
All right.
it.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, invite.
Have a good night.
Later.